All right, welcome back, guys. Rumble, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X. Hit the notification bell. Today, the liberals' never-ending pursuit of free things, their favorite things, their corruption and anarchy quickly becoming their main ideology, the trajectory of America if immigration is not stopped, lazy liberals refusing to work and continue to abuse SNAP benefits and mooch off the hardworking American taxpayers like us, and a popular British influencer partying with pink eye. We have Ariana Grande saying, the gayer, the better.
We love you.
We love you too.
You're amazing. And thank you for believing in us.
Very much. Do you have a message for the queer fans who are watching this?
We love you. We love you. We love you.
We love you. We love you. We love you. And Oz has always been a queer place, a safe place.
It is.
Queer people for every different color of the rainbow, for everybody. Read the L. Frank Baum books. It's the truth. You're safe with us. We love you so much.
That part.
The gayer, the better.
Do you have a message for the Gumpy staff?
Oh, we love you too.
We love you too. Where is our camera? Who are we?
Wouldn't it be funny if they were like, do you have a message for the Republicans? They're like, oh, you guys can all go die. I just don't understand this thing. Oz is okay. We went to see the movie. I hate musicals more than anything in the world. We were sitting there, and then I was like, babe, there's a reservation at John Vinny's. And we were like, okay, let's go. I think without the music, the movie could have been visually very cool. But this is what I don't understand. They're like, Oz is safe for everybody. I'm like, isn't Oz a mythical place? I don't even, what do you mean by that? And it's like, we love you. And I'm like, dude, have straight people notoriously ever been treated like this for literally no reason? Okay, so if you're gay, they just love you. You don't have to be a good person. You don't have. What if you're gay and you were that's the worst movie I've ever seen? That's what if you went out of your way to make it 0 on Rotten Tomatoes? Then do you still love the gays? What if it's a gay pedophile? Do you still love that community? I'm just wondering. Something about money and Hollywood makes you very weird. Makes you very, very weird. Ariana Grande is very weird looking, and apparently the black lesbian, I'm assuming she's lesbian, I don't know. She apparently is gonna be playing Jesus Christ in a movie soon. So that's where we're at with that. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know. Sorry I feel like if you like Wicked, you don't follow me. The liberals' never-ending pursuit for free stuff, the left's idea of success is a complete dependence on their leaders and government, and they are succeeding. We have a video. A full-time student what's full-time? You go to class a couple hours a day? We have a full-time student meltdown blaming Trump because he's broke and has to work full-time.
What the is the point of living in America, being a student in America, if I can't live? I woke up today, I have $17 in my bank account. My rent's paid. I'm good for a month. Wasn't able to work last week. And I've been bleeding money since I got financial aid. And now I got $17 in my bank account. What do you do, right? Get a better job? Is that the solution?
Well, kind of, yeah.
No, it's not the solution. I shouldn't have to work every goddamn day to bleed money. Who lives in the richest country on earth? My goddamn taxes should be taking care of me, not bombing people in the Middle East. People in America are starving, and our stupid president is building a goddamn ballroom with money he put in his own pockets. If you weren't born rich, you're pretty much Even if you were born middle class, you're still kind of because fast food can't give you more money. And if your family is struggling, and if you're like me, which you're not the first kid to go to college, you're richest country in the world.
Funny. You should be on SNL.
Donald Trump.
I like how everything comes back down to hating Donald Trump. That has anything to do. First of all, he is saving money because he's not getting haircuts, and so I won't hate on him for that. He doesn't look like he's living the most bougie lifestyle. But I'm like, babe, that's kind of the reality. First of all, no one's forcing you to go to school and work full time. The second I got out of high school, I was immediately working full time, and I've worked 1 to 3 jobs at the same time ever since. That's I fear that that is a normal thing, babe, okay? If you don't work, that's for trust fund kids. So if you're not a trust fund kid, like most of America, then yeah, babe, you work. And school is an option, but let's be real. It's like, if we saw what he was going to school for, it's probably not something that's going to make a ton of money, and he's probably just going to be in debt. And instead of like, oh, our taxpayer dollars are going to bombing other countries, I'm sure they are. I'm sure it's a pretty small amount. You should be more upset about, well, first of all, taxes are not to go back to you for you to live on. That's like government socialist programs. It's supposed to be for normal things, but we don't have, I would like it to like put the criminals away and, take care of, put the homeless somewhere and all those things. But I'm just like, this whole thing of like, well, what am I supposed to like work harder? That's like literally exactly what you should do. If you don't have enough money and you work full time and you're not getting by, you should become smarter and you should work harder. I fear you've answered all your own problems. But I'm like, honestly, he was funnier than anything I've seen on SNL in the past like 10 years. So I think he has a good future. I think if he stays on TikTok, he could really become something. His parents will be proud. So we have a video. A Southwest Airlines pilot on a delayed flight tells his passengers how the government shutdown is affecting airplane companies.
I don't really care what your political persuasion is.
Never a good start.
You should really call your senator. Because I'll tell you, this is costing the airlines millions of dollars. And just think of 30 airplanes with one engine running. And it's going to take us at least 90 minutes to take off. So it's frustrating. It's really frustrating for me.
For you?
Right now, it's going to cost about 2 hours of our lives on the ground before we even take off. Spend all that gas, all that money. And it just rolls into the rest of the system. So right now we're at a 4% reduction.
What's with the lady?
Next week we go to 10. Last night I had a 6-hour delay in Houston. And the weather was perfect. It's because the air traffic controllers aren't getting paid.
Okay, so this is the funniest thing. So Democrats hold us hostage. Because we don't want to give money to, penguins in Uganda or illegals or whatever it is. And then we are like, okay, we'll keep the government shut down. And then they blame it on us. And then I saw I think we're going through stages. We're reopening the government now. And then all I see on TikTok is liberals complaining that they cave to Republicans. And I'm like, oh, so you actually don't care about Americans. So let me get this straight. You guys hold us hostage. You shut down the government. You've historically voted 14 times for that. And then when we go to reopen, you say, what was the point in all that? We didn't get what we wanted. So it was actually never about American suffering. You actually don't care about that at all. Everything these people say is just complete BS. We have this is great news, you guys. Olympics set to ban all transgender and DSD athletes from female events. Wow. Common sense, guys. We have a video. A 34-year-old woman orders ex-boyfriend to pay compensation, claiming he stole her childbearing years.
A 34-year-old woman is demanding her ex-boyfriend pay compensation, claiming he stole her childbearing years. After nearly a decade together, she says her 38-year-old ex ended things just as she was ready to start a family. She said she put her career and her goals on hold, believing they'd have kids, and now wants him to cover fertility treatments like egg freezing or IVF. Now, the story from the New York Post has gone viral, sparking a debate. Some call it justified. Others say it's absurd to blame an ex. Legal experts say her case wouldn't hold up in court, but it is raising some questions about love, timing, and who really pays the price when relationships end. So what do you think? Does she have a point? Let us know. And download Fox Local for live streaming, news, and more.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll hold up in court. Well, there's two parts to this, except for I think, unfortunately, most of the blame is gonna go to the woman. I've been talking about this for quite a long time. At the end of the day, you only have yourself to blame for the choices. You cannot blame someone else for something you've tolerated. The older I get, I see a lot of women, frankly, wasting their time. They waste their time with losers. They ignore all red flags. And then they waste, the best years of their life. And then they're upset after, like, that man owes them something. Well, first of all, you should be smart enough to know, unlike men, we are on a timeline. Whether you like it or not, whether you want to live in reality or not, we are a ticking clock. So you need to act accordingly. And you don't brush those things aside. I don't understand this whole thing of, like, I'm living with a man, we're splitting rent. I'm like, well, first of all, let's stop there. You are are now a roommate he gets to sleep with, and he gets the best of both worlds. I am so against that. Those situations never end up well. And I'm like, this is why you set a period of time. I would say at the most 2 years. 2 years, and then you get a ring, and you put a date in your calendar. If you don't have a ring by then, you walk. It's that simple. But at that point, I'm like, babe, it's on you. He left you, and that was on you. You should have known better. You should have not ignored the red flags. I see these girls on TikTok. They're like, I just got engaged. It's like, how long have you been together? 9 years. 9 years, babe. Are you okay? So that man doesn't really like you. Let's just put that out there. It took him 9 years to figure out if he wanted to marry you. That just means you were the last easiest option. I'm so sorry. That's literally what that means. That is so embarrassing. Even worse than yesterday, I saw a girl got engaged with a ring that was actually smaller than Sarah Stock's, which I didn't know was possible. And I went to talk shit on it, and then I accidentally posted it on my public instead of my close friends. So anyone that screenshotted that, that's okay. I meant everything I said about that small ring. That is another sign of a man that does not love you and is not investing in you, okay? You need a ring. 2 years, ladies, and then you walk. It's not that hard. That's not going to hold up in court, okay? It's not going to hold up in TikTok court, which you guys probably wish was real. So we have the video. Governor Kathy Hochul has shut down Mamdani's radical communist plans. Good for her.
So I'm from Buffalo. We don't put up a lot of crap. So I just want to set the stage that, you know, you look at the history of people who've run multi-million-dollar ad campaigns to try and get me to change my position. I don't change my position. So I just want to put it out there. I respect people's opinions. I respect the proper place to convey them. And so I've said to people, I hear you. And that was important. But also, there's a time and place. We're aligned on so many of these issues. You know, I've made it clear where I have strong disagreements with issues that really do not pertain to, you know, the governance of New York City. And I've said you need to get a police commissioner that people trust, who has a record of accomplishment to keep the trajectory that we're on right now, which is crime is going down. Crime is going down significantly. Him agreeing with that assessment, that recommendation to keep Jessica Tisch was an important statement on many fronts. In fact, I'm meeting him very soon to talk about our response. If there is a surge of ICE agents and National Guard that do come, perhaps after his inauguration, and how we can be proactive in preventing that from happening. That's the state I'm in
well,
right
one
now.
crime hasn't
Prevent
gone
that
down,
from
so she's
happening.
lying about that. Two, yeah, you can, you know, ICE agents and all stuff. It is a good thing, but the problem is you've also failed at your job if ICE agents need to be there. But the funny thing about her is this is what Democrats do. They lie to their audience base to get all their votes. They're like, oh, forgive student loans, freeze rent, free buses. And then people who actually have jobs in the city and government come in and they're like, yeah, so that's not happening. He doesn't even have the power to do that. And then the funniest part is he had that all cash bar at his party after he won. That's like the funniest thing ever. The socialist who said he's going to give you guys everything for free. You went to go celebrate him and he did an all cash bar. I'm like, you guys are so stupid. How could you fall for this? We have a video of the shot caller dog abuser, Hasan Piker, and he experiences real communism while live streaming in China.
Roger, you seen this? Oh, yeah. 为什么呀？
Why is he in China?
野个导游啊，没有哦，这是什么？哦不。
He's probably going to the meat markets where they keep all the dogs. It's probably his favorite place.
对，我看一眼刚你那 photo。So you want to see the photo? Oh, what is the photo?
He's like, what do you mean you can't go through my phone? Do you know who I am? Cenk is my uncle. We're with the Young Turks.
So
Haven't you seen Anna Caspian have meltdowns about how much she hates Jews in Israel?
还是什么呀？ Oh, I was holding the.
What do you mean? We're not allowed to have parades for Palestine
对，
here?
拿手机录音背景，那是什么东西？把它打出来。recording。刚才那个背景。
I assume they're probably going through his phone or something.
Of your
Hasan Piker, such a piece of shit.
live
It's the
show.
worst type. What a horrible type of trust fund kid. Like, you went into politics.
Good on there, but my internet is not so good. Okay, we'll
On your
back.
Living on your phone, isn't it?
We're back.
We're just waiting for Will to get out of the bathroom now.
Yeah. Which I wonder if there's a line under that.
He's like, I have to live stream with Sneeko later, so if you could like hurry this up, we like really need to get back to our like 5-star hotel so we can fight capitalism. Okay. Yeah, well, that's the thing. They love a lot of these things until it like hits them in real life. Then he's like, what do you mean? You can't have my iPhone password. And they're like, yeah, we can, or else we're gonna throw you in jail for 30 years, okay? We have corruption and anarchy quickly becoming Democrats' main ideology. We have a video of Christine Pelosi, daughter of Nancy Pelosi, is running for California State Senator. When you think it can't get worse, just remember, guys, it always can.
Hi, I'm Christine Pelosi, attorney, author, advocate,
chairperson of the California Democratic Party Women's Caucus,
wife, mom, and today a candidate for California State Senate. I'm running to represent you, San Francisco, in Sacramento, fighting for consumer rights, women's rights, gun violence survivors, immigrants, and our most vulnerable communities against the threat.
All the worst stuff,
Christine Pelosi is shaking up the sexual harassment debate in Sacramento.
What do we do when our freedoms are under attack? We speak up, we fight back, and we organize power for the people. And that's what I want to do.
She looks slightly trans. Christine Pelosi, State Senate. Yeah, I'm sure she won't have like every single huge donor backing her. Well, it's good. She wants to do the important thing. She wants to fight for, what is it? Illegals, homeless, immigrants, women. Yeah, all the rights we've lost. I mean, we should, I'm not saying we should lose rights, but when I see women like her and I see these videos, I'm like, maybe politics is a place for men. Maybe I feel like these women just come in and I don't understand. These women are like, I fight for women's rights. And then they're like, but I am going to let this guy on the street who's 100% going to murder you. Like, I really don't understand, like, why these women are like, we love illegals from countries that literally sexually assault women at like rates they can't even like keep track of. And you're just like, okay, well, I don't think that's really protecting women. And then, they let them in our sports and all these things. And then in California, you can't get a CCW, so you can't protect yourself. We have a Harvard researcher demands taxpayer funds, but won't spend their $50 billion endowment. Oh, this video is going viral with all the Maha people right now. Funding every single year. They gave her, I think, $1 million a year. Actually seems a bit low. We spend how many billions on illegals? They're not curing cancer. And then, she starts discovering these things about breast cancer, which is one of the worst, most severe ones. And then, how to potentially stop tumors. And then the government was like, ooh, we're going to go ahead and we're going to shut this down immediately. They were like, yeah, we like the lead up to it, but we don't like when you actually start solving these things. Yeah, that's pretty much our government in a nutshell. I mean, you guys have seen, even on TikTok with the liberals, there's all the videos of it's like a guy at his computer. It's like, oh, I just figured out how like we can turn water into oil and cure cancer. And then like someone comes in with like a ski mask and like shoots him in the back of the head. I'm like, no, that's like real though. Like, look, she literally like, who wouldn't give every dollar in existence, especially if you're someone who's been affected by that, someone to this. But then it's so funny because like all the top people, are getting all this money and they've never made anyone healthier. She's attempting to cure one of the most deadly things we have. And they're like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut all your funding. So we have an image of the corruption of top Democrats, including Bernie Sanders, Warnock, and Warren. And this is what we were talking about when they were all screaming at Bobby Kennedy. The people who were screaming the loudest were all the top people getting paid by Big Pharma. And he called them out. He was like, you guys haven't look at how long you guys have been in power, and we've never been more sick and more fat of a country. So clearly you guys being in power, making all this money is not making people healthier. Then we have a little old lady who's trying to cure tumors and cancer, and we cut her immediately. So it's like, okay, hey, Bernie, Warren, Warnock, all these people, why don't you go take that money and go fund cancer research? Remember when everyone was crying on TikTok, Trump cut cancer research for kids? How do you guys sleep at night? Okay, so why don't you guys go fund this? I guarantee you, if I started something, Republicans would totally give that woman money to go fund this. We are 100% on board. And I'm not, I don't trust doctors in general, but I think the doctors would be way more legitimate if they were willing to cooperate with holistic people and work together. I think we need both. I think, the cancer stuff, like chemo, can it kill people? Yes. Can it also save people? I do think so. I think we need those worlds together, but not good. that lady, you might want to take that money and put it towards some cameras and security, because government's definitely coming for you. We have Ilhan Omar said she doesn't mind being deported. I'm grown. I can live wherever. Perfect. We've been waiting for this moment for years.
I mean, I have no worry. I don't know how they take away my citizenship and like deport me, but I don't even know like why that's such a scary threat. Like, I'm not the 8-year-old who escaped war anymore. I'm grown. My kids are grown. Like, I can go live wherever I want.
Okay. So go. I don't understand. Like, we have done everything we can to try to get you deported. And if we find out you married your brother, which we believe you did, we will absolutely deport you, especially with all the fraud and money and all that stuff. We'll deport you over there. We're doing everything we can to deport you. So if you could just go ahead and take that off of our plate and just deport yourself, then that would solve literally all of our problems. I like how this thing, like, I can go anywhere. Oh, yeah? Well, when you go there, you're probably going to have visa, papers. You're going to have to, like, go by, like, the rules, right? I don't understand. This woman hates America. Like, why does she serve in any type of government here or office when it's like, she even says, like, I don't care. I'll go somewhere else. So go. So go somewhere better then. Go live around your people. And I don't mean Dearborn, Michigan. We have Governor Maura Healey diverted $100 million in taxpayer funds to give illegal immigrants families.
The Massachusetts GOP is criticizing Governor Maura Healey over a new report that shows shifting shelter costs to the state's home-based program. The program provides rental assistance to migrant families. According to the report, Massachusetts is on pace to spend $97 million on the home-based program,
but not $2 million to cure cancer.
Year. The state spent approximately $9.5 million on housing at-risk families. Massachusetts Republican Party Chair Amy Carnevale released a statement following the release of the report, saying in part, quote, as much as Maura Healey would like the public to think that she's improving the system, the data tells a different story.
I mean, I was told by Democrats none of this is happening, so clearly this is fake news. Where does all this money come from? I feel like every single week it's like, oh, $300 billion just went to immigrants' families, health insurance, and lawyers to fight them. But we've been covering these stories for like literally years at this point. I'm like, dude, how much money do we have? I know California's broke. I know we're in debt. Most humans are in debt. I'm like, how do we have this much money? So we have this has been going, making its rounds online. We have a white liberal woman kisses the feet of a sassy congresswoman, Jasmine Crockett. We all know her. Huge fan of her on the show. Yeah, this is giving BLM Black Square. Why do they do this? Like, it's so cringe and uncomfortable and weird. This whole thing of bowing down to Black people as a white person is just like genuinely the most cringe thing in the world to me. It's so weird. That's why when everyone's like, you're not going to post the Black Square, I'm like, no, that's weird. Is this like humiliation ritual? Like, do Black people look at this and they're like, oh, hell yeah. Like, there's no way. This probably makes them hate us more because, like, at this point, you can't even respect us at all. Like, it's just so cringe and weird. Yeah, I did. You kiss the sneakers of a Black woman? Are you insane? Roles reverse. It's all, well, that wouldn't happen, but it's insane. It's cringe. It's weird. She's an idiot, and hopefully she's going down for mortgage fraud. We have a video of a liberal woman. She wants murderers to walk free. Of course she does. Look at those glasses.
Murderers don't go to jail?
Well, first off, not all murders created equal.
Should murderers go to jail or no?
If we're talking about somebody
Why
actually
bubbles?
responsible for an actual murder,
Yeah.
I think we need something better than jail.
You don't send them to jail. Where do you send them?
Where do you send them? Why do we need to specifically send them somewhere?
Well, they shouldn't be on the streets after they've murdered somebody, surely.
Depends.
No, murderers shouldn't be on the street. It doesn't depend at all.
I think it depends.
I don't think it depends at all. If you kill somebody, you should be in jail. As long as it's not self-defense.
Murderers are on the streets right now.
What do you think we should make?
Yeah, Harry Potter, and we're trying to get them the streets.
I believe in restorative justice.
Let them walk free. So you're defending murderers. Let's get that straight. You're defending murderers right now.
Killed other people are, like, by definition, the most dangerous people in society.
He doesn't think they should go to jail, murderers.
I personally think that the most dangerous thing in society will always be our government. That was what I was raised to believe, and I will never stop.
That is ridiculous. That is redonkulous.
You don't think that the government will always be the most dangerous thing?
I think you are out of your mind.
God, imagine being a man in her life. I would put my hands on her. I'd be like, hey, if that's how you want to go about this, like, let's go. This is the thing. I don't understand. Like, I don't wish bad things on people. No, that's a lie. I wish bad things to happen to people, honestly, all the time. Women like this, I'm just like, okay, so then, like, go get murdered. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, okay, so then, like, if you get murdered by someone, you don't believe murderers should be in jail. They should just do whatever they want. Dude, we'll go drop you off in, like, Venezuela, because aren't they, like, eating dogs right now? Like, let's just go drop her off somewhere so she can get a little perspective, because that's it. That's what it is. We are so lucky and privileged in this country. No one has any perspective at all. I mean, to even say something like that on camera, like, okay, clearly you're not worried about holding down a job at any point, but I'm just like, all right, go drop her off. And then it's like, I'm sorry, if you were to be murdered by someone who's been on the street, arrested 51 times, it's kind of funny because then I would be obligated, like, to feel bad for you. And it's like, well, after saying stuff like that, I wouldn't. Sorry. The people that are like, defund the police, I'm like, when people break into your homes and beat the shit out of you on the street and take your Rolex, I really don't feel bad for you. You actually kind of deserve this because you literally voted for it. So they can't win ideology, so they resort to violence, which, we know. And so this is the thing. Wikipedia, notice murder of George Floyd, Irina, the one who got stabbed in the neck, shooting of Charlie Kirk. So that should be overdose of George Floyd on fentanyl. Free Derek Chauvin. The brutal murder of Irina, and then the assassination of Charlie Kirk. That's what they meant to say. I cannot believe people actually act like they care about George Floyd. Over the past couple of years, that was like the gayest thing to me. I was like, oh my God, imagine being like, I really cared about that person. Like, what his own family does not care about. No one cares about him. He was like a security guard porn star who put like a gun to a pregnant woman's belly, who was like, trying to hustle a kid out of a fake 20 and then like overdose. Like that's your guy? Word. All right. So this is going to be America's trajectory if immigration is not stopped. We're already getting
Roseanne, Texas is about to experience the same fate as in the UK.
Yeah.
The UK is Islamized completely. The UK has over 150 Sharia courts. Cities in the UK, the city of London, Birmingham, Sheffield, Luton, are all ran by Muslims. Muslims are running the UK nowadays. So the UK has fallen. And Texas is not far off. Now, Texas schools are required to provide halal food in their school menus. And this was done under a Republican governor in a Republican-run state house and Senate.
What cuck rhino Republicans are allowing this in Texas? I was like, how is this happening in Texas? Texas is like supposed to be the reddest place in the whole country, and I'm like, that's allowed? What do you mean? Are the little Jewish kids being like, I need kosher? Like, no, their parents are probably like going out of their way to like make it for them. Now it needs to be halal. And like what? They can't have dogs around. They can't have like bacon around. We see what's happening in the UK. Well, I want names of what Republicans are allowing that to happen because they need to be out of office immediately. So we have a 34-year-old woman dies after being stabbed in the neck in the UK. Oh, that sounds familiar.
The 34-year-old woman has died after being stabbed in the neck in Birmingham on Friday night, West Midlands Police has said. The 34-year-old was taken to hospital with a serious injury to her neck after she was stabbed on Smallbrook Queensway before 9 o'clock on Friday night, but has since died in hospital, West Midlands Police has said this morning. 21-year-old Jason Raphael, who was charged with attempted murder, is expected to appear at Birmingham Magistrates Court this morning. Police said an application will be made to amend the charges to reflect the victim's death. The force said extra officers will be around Birmingham city centre to offer reassurance, as we understand this is a worrying incident.
It's funny how everyone, the liberals act like gun violence in America. God, no other country is like this. I'm like, dude, people in other countries are literally just getting stabbed in the neck. I would rather be shot 100% of the time than ever be stabbed anywhere. Nevertheless, your neck. Like, do you understand, like, how much worse? Like, a gunshot you can survive. You can survive a couple of gunshots. Look, if it wasn't 50 Cent shot, like, 9 times and he's okay. Bro, you're not surviving stab wounds. It's very weird. And you're sure as not surviving one in the neck. This whole I'm like, no, I will take a gun over a knife any day. That's why I'm not going to the UK. Notice they didn't put a photo of him. Also, that was probably his English name. His real name was probably Alua Akbar or whatever it is. A veteran killed by stolen car just moments after visiting granddaughter at a school. Oh, how beautiful. Well, oh yeah, this is the one I like. So ICE, this is a violent gang member. His only crime is driving without a license, blah, blah. I didn't know. When I saw this, I was like, I don't need to read it, guys. I don't need to read it. I don't need to know the background. I was like, he seems like a really well-adjusted man who is going to thrive in society. I don't think he's done anything wrong. You want him around your daughters, right? You want him in your neighborhood. If this guy walked out of the kitchen, I would shit my pants. I would literally be like, I'm never coming back to this restaurant again. This is one of the scariest people I've literally ever seen in my life. And I don't know if you guys have watched, what's the movie with Shia LaBeouf I just watched? The Tax Collector? Wow. Fantastic. You guys think, blacks in America are scary. You've not seen the Mexican cartels at work. They're brutal. He looks like he's in The Tax Collector. I would like him not in the country. I think that's a fair assessment. So ICE has arrested a Moldovan illegal alien convicted in her home country of premeditated murder with exceptional cruelty after she tortured and threw her victim out of a 9th-story window. Okay. This is, first of all, I was reading into this and what she did was actually insane. She violently tortured someone and then murdered them, which is kind of crazy because she looks like a really lovely woman. But the silver lining of this story is this is what we have to show the Democrats. Oh, they're only going after brown people. They're arresting Mexicans and anyone at Home Depot. They're going after, Somalians. I actually don't really hear people complaining that ICE is going after black people. They're really not. More of the Hispanic types. And then also the dark ones from the very foreign countries. Yeah, they are going after them, like all the Somalians and stuff. But this is kind of a prime example of, no, they're going after the whites too. They're doing their job. Also, I mean, wow. Talk about don't judge a book by its cover. She looks lovely, and what she did is horrific. What she was so bad, she fled the country. So hopefully she is deported. She is charged back there, and she will spend her life in prison, where she deserves. See, I'm fair. White woman. She will have no sympathy for me. Okay? So we have a woman born in India. She doesn't understand the law and she's in Congress. So we have a woman in Congress saying, I don't like when I can't pronounce your name and you're in U.S. government. I'm just going to throw that out there. Being undocumented is not a crime. You hear the liberals saying that 24/7. So, well, it is. That's the thing is it is, right? It is. And then you do and then also you're supposed to get fined and penalties. So it's you do it one time, I think you're banned from coming here for 6 months. I know my girlfriend, when she comes here, she overstays her visa. She's literally, they come after her. She's deported. She's fined. And then she cannot come back for 1 year. Then the next time it's 10 years. Then the next time you're banned, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, welcome to having laws like everybody else. We have foreigners with obesity may now be denied U.S. Immigrant visas. So foreigners with certain health conditions, including obesity, may now be denied U.S. immigrant visas under new guidance by the Trump administration. Very base, Donald Trump. Very base. My thing is so wait a minute. You're going to come here and you're going to be fat and broke? And we're supposed to be excited to have you in the country? I'm Jesus, we're supposed to be taking in doctors, scientists, people to cure cancer, even though we're defunding that as well. Yeah, if you can't even take care of it, what are you going to contribute? So you're going to come here. This is why insurance is so expensive. You're just going to come here and just live off the system and continue to just be one of another just a fat, useless person in America. No, we don't need you then. You should be smart. You should be in shape. You should have a little money. You should be able to work and contribute, okay? We have a teen driven to tears by fear that ICE will deport his family. This is hilarious.
I should not live like this as a 16-year-old. I shouldn't be scared. I should be focusing on school, and I can't even focus on school. I'm scared that everyone that I love, I'm not going to be able to see them again because even though that they're U.S. citizens, they don't care about us. They treat us like dogs. They treat us like animals.
Go to first of all, this looks like a white kid to me. I was you guys should, if you were going to do this, you should have chosen the chubbiest little Hispanic looking kid you've ever seen. But I'm you chose He looks like he's like at the mall with chains on hitting on girls. I'm like, talking about someone I have no empathy for. So he shows borderline a white looking kid. And he's like, I'm so scared. We're all so scared. If you're here legally, like you go. If you're here legally, you have nothing to be worried about. The Democrats literally take people like this, give them a script. They're the worst actors. They probably give them $100 and they're like, go perform. And I see this and I'm like, no one with a brain would think this is like anything but funny. I'm sorry. I don't feel bad. This is not normal. If you live, you're not allowed to do this performative bullshit in other countries. They don't care. We have laws. If everyone around you is illegal, that's kind of crazy, right? I don't think that that's okay. He's like, I'm just scared they're going to come take me because I'm Mexican. That's not a real thing. They're taking the white women who torture and murder people and throw them off the balconies, okay? You are going to be okay. There is one simple way you can avoid all of the tears and all that. You could just be here legally. And also, we give you the option to self-deport. Trust me. I don't think other countries are giving you that option. They're throwing you in jail, okay? And then, pushing you on the other side of the border. So tears are not working for me. We have Timothy Chalamet said, bragging about being child-free is bleak. And I agree with him. I think that's great. There's a couple parts to this article. It's from Evie magazine, my girlfriend's magazine. And he's just saying like, yeah, I think he's like, well, like, what do you have to like look forward to? What's all this for? I always tell people like, well, no matter how much success you hit, if you don't have anyone to share it with, say you have all success, money, blah, blah, you have nothing to pass it down to. I mean, shit, you're going to die and the government's going to take everything. I mean, honestly, like what's worse than that? That's like, have a kid. You guys have kids. Come on. I mean, he seems like he's a very talented young man. I'm sure he's going to get married and have kids, and I love that for him. Lazy liberals refuse to work and abuse EBT and SNAP benefits, mooshing off the hard worker taxpayer dollars.
It's the way you put it down.
Oh my God.
No one else around.
TikTok, man. It's all these videos.
Cutting all dice with them other guys. Where you look in my eyes.
Well, you might pay taxes, but you pay very little. Because if you're getting tax refunds, come on. This is a fun. Are you opening a restaurant? Like, are you opening a food bank? Like, what land animal would need this much food for literally anything? And it's all junk. It's all junk. It's all garbage. Literally every single thing in this video makes you fat, gives you cancer, and will eventually kill you. Every single thing. None of this is food. This whole thing of like fruits and vegetables are actually really expensive. Actually, they're not. They're literally cheaper. That's what you need to survive, okay? That's what you need to survive. This is disgusting. This is very sad. I saw this and was like, oh my God, this makes me so angry. Like, you have, like, all these, like, fat black families be like, nah, I'm finna take out all this. I'm gonna get all this food. And then you see this, and you're like, does that not, like, inherently just make you angry to see something like that? Okay, so if you have legs, you are able to work, okay? But that's the thing. When you see something like that, it's like, dude, if you are able to walk, you are able to work. You see someone like that, and it's like, that's just, the only difference is that's just a better person. It's just, that person's just a better person than you are, and they're not just, like, evil to their core. I'm going to get so much hate for even playing this. I don't care. Nick Fuentes on minorities being obnoxious, and I agree with him. Sorry, guys.
You look at me like I have 3 heads. All I'm saying is minorities are really obnoxious, and they should just behave. Hispanics, speak English. Muslims, too loud with the Muslim call to prayer. Black people, speakerphone is not the default option. Put it to your head. Indoor voices, please.
I don't care. For 5 years now, I have been told if I agree with this person, I'm every name in the book. I don't care. Everything he said is a fact. And it's also hilarious because it's true. It's like, come on. You know what one of my biggest pet peeves in the world is? And I lose my mind over this, is when I'm hiking and it's always a black person. They have a speaker with them. And I'm like, I came out here on my break to enjoy nature and silence. And I have to listen to YG It's just like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, it's so low IQ. I don't care about anything around me. And that person's like, no, I could not be stuck with my own thoughts. I need MK Ultra rap to make me more mentally retarded on this hike and then ruin it for everyone around me. Oh, I go nuts. I say something every time. Every single time. I do not care about the consequences. I'm like, I am here to listen to nature. We have popular, apparently she's a British influencer. Madeline, she has pink eye and decided to go partying. She's under fire right now. I think we have a video, right? Yeah, okay.
All right, get ready
Jesus
with old
Christ.
pink eye for her 30th birthday party. This is just my luck. This would happen to me. At least it wasn't my wedding. But the good news is that my party is a rave with like 100,000 other people. We're going to EDC for the first time in my life. I'm just going to cover it up with sparkles and a pair of sunglasses, call it a goddamn day. I'm going to be a little bit selective with which makeup I use and where I use it because I'd rather not throw out my...
Ugh. Okay, so we don't even need to watch more. She looks so fucking scary, so let me just put that out there. So she gets pink eye, and now she's going to celebrate her birthday going to EDC, which obviously notoriously is known for like tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people. So I'm like, well, first of all, you look disgusting. You literally look like a lizard that has an infectious disease. So the fact that you would even go in public like that as a well-known influencer is insane. It is also highly contagious, okay? Some British woman made like a thing debunking every single thing she said. Oh, it's okay, I use this brush. Oh, it's not that contagious. She was like, no, like everything you're saying is factually wrong. And now she's going to party around a bunch of people for her birthday. I mean, look, if you're her age and you're going to EDC for your birthday and you're putting sparkles on your forehead and you're really excited, you're probably not a super smart person, okay? But this is very dumb. And then to broadcast it on social media with a huge following is even crazier. Dude, if I did this, I would literally be on the news tomorrow. Because they would be like calling me, like, it's like COVID. I was a grandma killer, now I'm a pink eye spreader. But it's kind of crazy. She's just like kind of chilling and proud about it. And she's like, yeah, I'm just going to put glasses on. I'm like, okay, so you're literally disgusting. You're disgusting for going to EDC. I didn't even know people still rave. I didn't even know that was like a real thing, and you look terrifying. There's no amount of makeup that could make you look even slightly normal or attractive. You look like Splice. So, having a boyfriend is now lame and shameful.
I saw this girl make a video and she was like, isn't it kind of funny? Like, I feel like having a boyfriend now is like lame and like shameful. And she was like, I feel like it used to be really cool, but now it's like you meet a girl and you're like, oh, you'd be cooler if you like didn't have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really do feel that way. Like when I meet a girl and she doesn't have a boyfriend, I am like, oh, like, yeah that's cool. Like, you're cool. Like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're on your own, like, slay girl. And then...
like, yes, independent. You don't need shit.
I just wish a truck would just go through their podcast studio, like, as they're, like, in the middle of their sentence. And she has, like, her glasses on from being, like, hungover at an event last night. Like, I feel like it's, like, I'm just, like, I can't believe that... I'm pretty sure... So that girl, the blonde white girl, she's the one that got punched in the face and then voted for Mamdani. So we know she's not the brightest star in the sky. The other one, I don't know. I think she's like married. I do 5 seconds of research for everything on this show, you guys. I really care. And I'm just like, so you guys are saying it's not cool while also having boyfriends and husbands you live with, which is so insulting to them. That's the funniest. That's why I was like, I know these guys are going to cheat on these girls because I can't even imagine being around that. But also women now go on podcasts and shows and social media and they just insult their boyfriends and husbands. They just say they make them look like complete cucks. They insult them. And it's like, then you wonder why you guys end up single and whatnot. But I'm like, so you're admitting that when you see and meet other girls, you think they're more cool because they don't have boyfriends. I never thought that was cool. I normally thought, oh, you're fucking crazy. The hotter of a girl I meet and she's single, I'm like, you must be batshit. Because that means you have pretty much all the options in the world. Unless you want to be alone. I don't think women by nature want to be alone. I don't think that's a real thing. I don't think men want to be alone. I think we're meant to be with each other. And we make each other happy. But I'm always like, yeah, you must be really fucking crazy. That fact that you have this many options and you haven't locked down like one. Like, that's not good. These girls suck. I was like, I'm so glad I'm like not retarded, because if I could watch something like that and relate to it and be like, yeah, they're totally right. Like, I would have to just end it all. They actually should tax podcast equipment. Tariffs should be 4,000%. But they're probably trust fund kids. They can afford it. It is what it is. All right, guys. Is that it for today? All right. If you have a boyfriend, I'm so sorry. You guys are gonna have to edit all that out. Just say them saying something else. Love you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe.